Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today is a gas day. We are going to be looking at 5 more gas puzzles. Now, okay, first of all, some news, or news that I learnt, which is that this year there is going to be a face-to-face World Puzzle Championship and World Sudoku Championship. They're going to take place in Krakow in Poland from October the 16th to the 23rd. So if you're interested in attending, try and track down your national association affiliated to the World Puzzles Federation and see if you can either get on your country's team or just get accredited to attend. That's coming up. Yeah, so normally the way it works is there's two days of World Sudoku competition first, about 10 or 11 rounds of Sudokus, and the organisers have to try and mark the scripts of everybody, and then there's a sort of prize giving for that. There's a day off in the middle normally to sightsee or whatever, and then 2.5 days of puzzle competitions which take it into the weekend. So yeah, I mean, there obviously hasn't been one for the last couple of years due to COVID. There was a mooted event in Shanghai, didn't happen, and now it is back on. So that's interesting. I don't know. I will try and qualify if I can for the UK team, but I would be a fringe participant on the UK team of 4, I would think. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Now, I think the standard of it, just to mention, the puzzles are generally somewhere between genuinely approachable and quite approachable. If you've done the Grand Prix puzzles from the World Puzzle Federation, you will have a very good idea of the standard of the puzzles in terms of what comes up. So you can judge whether that would suit you. If you're one of the people who posts times quicker than me for most of the puzzles that I solve, then you would do very well in the tournament, and you should consider taking part. That said, even just watching some of the top 10 it's frankly astonishing how fast those solvers go. I mean, we've seen Tan Tan Die on the channel, very interesting video. Track that down if you haven't before. She can solve unbelievably fast, and people like Kota Morinishi and Tiet Vunk and Jakob Ondrushki are also incredibly quick. So that is just a bit of news for you. Now, what I didn't mention when I was doing the last gas puzzles is that they've reached number 300. I think the last gas puzzle I did, well, it was day 300. There have probably been more puzzles than that because a few days in those 300 have had multiple puzzles. I presume that Clover, Sam and Philip between them have set 300 puzzles, because even though there was a week in which they handed over to puzzle setters as sort of guest setters, they've all done multiple puzzles on some of the days. So definitely over 300 puzzles, but 300 days, that is very much the best part of a year. Congratulations to them on reaching the milestone. I'm still trying to catch up a bit, but for once I am going to be doing puzzles from this month. So these puzzles will come from April the 3rd to the 7th, and looking forward to that. I will go through the rules in a moment, then go through the puzzles as fast as I can. That's what I try and do with gas. Now, I do want to mention, of course, so you can check the links under the video for all our apps, for our Patreon content, and in 2 days from now we have the new hunt coming up. There's a hard mode and a normal mode in this competition, so it doesn't really matter which one you solve in, but that is coming up in 2 days' time at 4 p.m. our time. We will release the May monthly Patreon reward, and there's all the other links in the description field. You can look at Sven's Sudoku Pad, the catalogue, Discord server, where these puzzles appear in the daily Sudoku channel. They are by, as I say, Clover, Sam and Philip, and the times, if you get them in a very fast time, you can get 2 hats awarded. In a medium fast time, 1 hat. And if you just get there in the end, a dinosaur. It's a while since I had a dinosaur experience. In fact, I've been on a great run of 2 hats, only interrupted by 1 or 2 puzzles in the last 35 or 40. So we'll see how that goes. So the first, let's go through the rules. The first one of these is region sum lines. Very relevant to the Patreon content coming up. So normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, there are some lines in the grid and each line passes through more than one of the 3x3 regions. That's true. Along each line, the digits in every region it passes through have the same sum. For instance, row 3, column 2 and row 3, column 3 gives the same total as row 3, column 4 and row 3, column 5. Okay, fair enough. We can understand that. Equal sum lines or region sum lines. Excellent. Now, the next one, odd, even, killer. So here we have some cages which have to have different numbers in that add up to the total given. We have some circles that have to be odd digits, and we have some squares that have to be even digits. That's a Sam puzzle. Then we're on to Philip Newman, Windoku of Opportunity. So there are 4 marked window regions that must contain each of the digits from 1 to 9 without repeats. So Windoku, which is a sort of classic form of extra region Sudoku. Multiples of 3 by Clover. Now I don't know what this is. Normal Sudoku rules apply. In each of the 3x3 regions, every run of 3 vertically adjacent or 3 horizontally adjacent digits must sum to a multiple of 3. So those must sum to a multiple of 3. Those must sum to a multiple of 3, and so on for every 3-cell horizontal or vertical run within a box in the puzzle. Intriguing. Didn't know you could do that. And then, Sam's using the odds and evens again. So circles are odd, squares are even. That's it. That's all we need to know for that one. So those are the 5 puzzles. Now I'm going to try and remember to restart my clock so I know what my time is each one of these. And time to say, let's get cracking. Okay, this is equal sum lines. So those 2 are the same because they go with a 3 with a 9. This has got to be high. This can't be a 9 or an 8, so that's a 7. 10 is the sum on this line. So that now has to be a 1 and a 3, and we can do them. That's a great line to start with. Oh, and there are low and high numbers on all of these. So that's 1 plus something has to be a 9, 8 plus something has to be a 2. We're looking at 10 on this line as well. Yes, that must be a 1 and a 5 to go with the 4. Can't be a 4 and a 2 because that would repeat the 4. Now, 3 and 8. Oh no, 4 in a 2-cell sum and 8. So this can't be 1 or 3 or 4. Now that's got to be 2. It's 10 on this line again. These have to sum to 7 without being 3, 4. They can't be 1, 6 because of that either. They are a 2, 5 pair. This one has a 2 and a 9 on as well. So this is going to be 10 yet again. 1 there, 8 there, 3 there. These 2 sum to 7. They must involve a 2 and a 5. So that's all these sort of pinkish lines done. Okay, let's see how far we get with the puzzle now. Naked single there. 8 and 7. That's going to tell me the equal sum line for the bottom green. 6 and 4 here. These are just filling themselves in. 7, 5 there. Now in this row I need a 9 and an 8 in this box. No, I thought that was naked for a moment. It's not. Okay, those boxes 4 and 6 aren't as easy. Now these 2 have to add up to 8 and they can't have a 6 or a 7 in, so they're a 5, 3 pair. Then we've got 1, 8, 9 in the row, naked ones on the left, that's good. 3, 4 or 6 in these cells, so that one is the same as that, so they're 6s. Then we get 4 and 3 there. This pair adds up to 9 without a 3 and a 1. All the even digits looking at that cell. I think that is actually a naked 5, so there we go. That's all done. Then that's all the clues done basically. So now hopefully the rest is just filling in. And that really was a very gentle introduction. 3 there, that's better. A very gentle introduction to equal sum lines as a concept, and that is one of the things Clover is very good at, is taking formats that have yielded much harder puzzles and converting them into really genuinely approachable puzzles that are just fun to work your way through. And I think that's what we've had again here. So that really is pretty straightforward today. 2, 4, 9 to go. So 9, 4, and a 2 there finishes it. And the time of 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Didn't surprise me, that was pretty quick. So yeah, I mean, it was focusing on the fact that there were big numbers and small numbers on every line was the important thing there, and what the equal sums could be. Right, we will move on to this odd, even, and killer puzzle. Okay, I know how this works, so let's get cracking. So we've got a 6 here, that's a 1, 2, 3. 2 is the even digit. 7 here is 1, 2, 4. We now know where the 2 goes. The odd digit becomes a 1. I don't think this 8 and 9 are quite so straightforward. Oh, hang on, no. Wait, we've got 3 and 1 there. So the 1 in the 8 cage is fixed. This now has to be 3, 4. We know which one is odd out of those. Now this can't have a 1 in it, so it's got to be 3, 4, 2 as a result. So those corner cages were definitely where to start. 9, 8, 7 here. The only even digit there is an 8. It's not going to work. These aren't quite so high. But this is even. I don't know. I think that's where this line of inquiry stops. Now we've got to put in a 3 in this box. That's there, so that's a 6. That's where 5 goes. Does that get anything done? Oh, this has to be 4, 5, 6 once 1, 2, 3 are gone. So we get a 5 there. Yes, 6 and 4. Now, 7, 8, 9 in the others. So we get a triple in row 3. And that means this pair is a 2 and a 1. And we know which one is odd again. Really not maths involved, just a little bit of arithmetic. Now, this now can't be 4 or 6. It can't be 8 either, because that pair would have to add to 6. And if you can't use 4 or 1, that's not going to happen. So that's a 2. These add up to 12 without using a 3 or a 4. So that's a 5, 7 pair. There we go. Maybe, okay, 6, 8, 9 still to go in the box. That gives me a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad in this row. So that's a 2, 1. That makes this a 9. That puts 9 here because this is a 9, 4, 8 column. 7 and 5 there. This can't be a 7. Now I'm looking along here, not profitably. Maybe look at this 9. No, maybe not. 4, 4. That has to be a 4. Okay, now the 9 has to be made up with 3, 2 instead of 4, 1. So I still think I might have to look at this. Does it have to have a 1 in? 5, 6, 7 would make 18. Yes, once 2, 3, 4 have been used up. It does have to have a 1 in one of those cells. The other 2 add up to 15. So they're either 8 there and a 1, 7 pair, or 9, 1, 6. And I don't know which way round. Oh, the 6 would end up there. Oh, bother, that wasn't the right thing to focus on. 2 in this row. That's there. Now that can't be 3 or 6. So is it 4, 5 or is it 8, 1? It can't be 8, 1, so it is 4, 5. There we go. Couldn't have been 3, 6. Ooh, what have I done there? Gone into the wrong cell. Right. 5, 8, 2, 9, 4, 1. We need 7, 3, 6. I don't know what to do. Next, where do I go? 1, 2, 5, 9, 3, 4. Right, 7 in this column is there. Then there's a 6, 8 pair still to go. 5 in the box must be there. Can we place 3? Yes. That's a 6. This is a 3, 8 pair in the middle row. That's a 1. Now we get a 1 here. That fixes 1 in the 16 cage. Now, these two add up to 15, and they must have an 8 in. Right, so 8, 7. The odd digit tells us which way round, and I think I am now finishing off, if I can work out which numbers. 3, 6, 9 up here. So 3 there, 6 there, 9 there, 8 and 7 at the top. 5 at the bottom, 3, 1, 5, 8, 2, 4, that's a 9, that's a 7, 6, oh bother, I don't know what to do with the 8, 9 pair left now, 6 and 9, they're done, this has become a 9, that sorts everything out, 8, 7, 8 and 9, and there we go, just under 5 minutes, slower than the Clover puzzle certainly, but very approachable again. Really just focusing on those corner cages first, and then some of the ones just inside them helped. Didn't spot that 15 total significance for a while. That would have helped even more. Right, Windoku with a lot of digits in most of the windows. So let's restart the clock here. Got a 9 and a 5 to put in this window. Got a 1 and a 5 to put in that one, which is actually the digits just in reading order. Now 6, 5, 7, 8, so 1, 4 have to be there. That's a naked 9, and then a 2, 3 pair. Down here, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. That's a 6, 9 pair. That's a naked 5 with a 7, 8 there. So that's pretty symmetrical. Now let's use that unsymmetrical 9 to give us a 9 there. That's a naked 4. 1, 2, 3 triple there. 9 there. So one of these is a 6. That's not what to do. 3 in this row has to be there. Oh, that could never have been a 3 because of the 3 in the box already. 8 and 7 there. I don't think I can resolve those unless I'm missing something else. We need a 4 there. That's naked. Then a 1, 2 pair in the column. Let's look at column 6. 5, 8 and 6 to place. Not as straightforward, definitely. Right, 4 in this bottom box is in one of those two. That's not helpful. And I can't even tap it in, so there we go. Pointless waste of time. Right, 1, 2 and 6 in row 8. 6 there, 1 there, 2 there. That fixes this as a 1. Gives us a 2 in the middle. That gives us the 2 in row 4. Now I've got a 5, 6 pair. Ah, they're not resolved. 2, 7, 8, 6, 9. 1 has to be here in the box. And that doesn't get anything else done either. Right, let's just look at this at the top. That's 5 or 8. 5, 7 or 8 next to it. That's not what to do next. 1, 4, 2, 3. So there's a 9 there in the box. Actually, I could have finished off 9s maybe. There's a 9 in one of those two cells. Can't quite finish them off, but I can place the 9. Ah, and there's an 8 there that I could have done ages ago. So 3, 6 pair down here. They're resolved. Doesn't sort out the 5 pairing. 5, 8 pairing column 6, 3 and 7 in this row, they're done. Ah, of course, I should use this extra window, but I haven't really needed it. So 7 has fixed an 8 there. 7, I'll tell you about the extra windows at the end. 6 and 7 up there, that fixes 6 and 9, that fixes 9 down here. I must be able to do 8 and 5 by now. 4 there. That's 5 or 8, which gives me a pair in the box, which is actually quite useful. That's become a 2. 7, 8, 6 to go in the final column. 8, 6, 7. What have we got? 4 and 2 down here. So 2 on the right, 4. 1, 4. Now I'm just finishing the central 3, I think. Nearly. 3 and 5 here. What's this number in the middle? It's a 4. And 5 and 8 are done by the rows, so we can finish the columns. There we go. 3 minutes 27, so that must be a 2-hat time as well. So the extra regions that I could have mentioned but didn't actually use in a Windoku are deduced by considering that that's one set of the digits 1 to 9, that's another one. Now in the rows that these appear in, rows 2, 3 and 4, there must be 3 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and we've used up 2 in the windows. So the other set appears here between and outside the windows, and you can see that is another set of the digits 1 to 9. And that applies also down here. So we've got 4 sets in the windows, we've seen 2 more sort of in the horizontal interstices, then we get 2 more in the columns, that's 8 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and the last one appears in these junction cells, and that's another set of the digits 1 to 9, and they always apply in a Windoku, which is fascinating and sometimes worth remembering. As I say, speed here didn't really militate that that was useful, so didn't use it, but it's always worth knowing. Right, now multiples of 3, yes, every row in every box and every column in every box adds up to a multiple of 3. How is your modulo arithmetic? Anyway, I don't know what to make of this. Let's get cracking. There's a 5, 6 pair. So they go there and down here. Oh, and we can use this rule. 9 and 7 is 16. We need a 5 in the middle, not a 6, to make the mod 3 sum. 1, 3, 8 here. This is a 9 and a 2, 7 pair. That seems to add up to the right number. I could probably work out what that is, but I doubt that's the quick way to do this. That's a naked 8. Right, I need a number divisible by 3 here. It's got to be 6, 2, 9. That also has to be 1 divisible by 3. Now I can do this middle one. There's a 2. That's a 7. 2 in this row goes there. We get a 4, 9 pair. They're obeying the rule. That's a naked 6. 1, 8 there. 5, 7, 9 as a triple. Now, what do we need? 11 plus a 7 would do it, and the others won't. 6 plus a 9 makes 15. There we go. They're all resolved. 3 and 5 need a 1 in the middle. 7 and 8. 15 needs something divisible by 3. I mean, this really is straightforward if your maths division by 3 is up to snuff, and I'm sure it is. You're a very clever person, and I know that. Right, 1 and a 2, 3 pair. Now we can work that out. They need a divisible by 3. There we go. 3, 7 or 9. Now what's the rule say? Oh, we need 3 or 9 there. Again, divisible by 3. Now here we must know we don't need divisible by 3. We need the 4 there. Right, that gives a 9. That fixes that as a 3. 7, 9 pair at the top. That can't be 8. Now we've got to get into these rows somewhere. There's a naked single. 6. That's handy. 6, 4, 9, 2. Got to get a 4 and a 2 into these cells. Then they have to take a divisible by 3 digit, which now has to be a 3. Again, we get a 7, 8, 9 triple. I wonder if there's a lot of roping in this puzzle. That's a 1, 3, 5 triple. This is a 7, 8 pair. Now, that's going to tell us what we need in the middle, and we need an 8 to make that to 12. 16 plus a 2 makes it work there. What a fascinating construction this is. Who knew that you could do a puzzle like this? Right, 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6 here we can do actually, just by sudoku. Now, 12 plus a divisible by 3 number, that's a 5. 11 plus 7 makes 18. Now let's start in the middle. 11 plus 7 makes 18. So that's what goes in there. That fixes 9, 7. That fixes 8, 9. This is a 1 and 5 that are resolved, and this is a 3 and a 1. And that is quite straightforward. A lot of clues provided, and plenty of opportunities to use your arithmetic skills. 3 minutes and 8 seconds there. So I am very confident at this stage that I've got through 4 puzzles with 8 hats, and we'll see if I'm borne out by that. Anyway, odd and even in this one by Sam to finish off with. Let's get cracking. Okay, that needs to be a 9 in row 5. That's a 7. Then we get a 2-3 pair. Not looking at the odds and evens yet. I'll do that in a moment. That's a 3 in column 7. Okay, for the odds and evens, yes, odds in that row. We have all of them now. So I'm looking here. That's a 6 or a 4, as is that. So 1 is placed there. That's a 1 or a 7 in the column. Ah, that's a 7 and 9 in the column, so that becomes a 1. That's a naked 7, which fixes the 9-7 pair. This is odd as well, 1 or 3 this time. That is even, 6 or 8. Ah, that's a 4-6-8 triple because of the 2 already in the box. 2, right, that's a naked 5. This is a 1-3 pair. That means we need 5, 7, 9 in these cells. Obviously the bottom one's not a 5. Keep looking at this box and it's useless. Right, let's look at this box. Is that any better? Not really. Probably need to do Sudoku next. No, this is another 4-6-8 triple, of course, in the row because of 2 there. So that becomes a naked 1. Okay, that'll give me a 1 there. I probably can finish the 1s. Not quite. There's a pair left in boxes 7 and 9. One of these has to be a 3, right, and that's not on an even cell. So we get a 3 there. Everything else in this box is odd. Oh, come on. 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3. So that's 7 or 9. That's 5, 7 or 9. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, 7 in that box has to be there. So that's a 7. Now we've got a 5, 9 pair. 4 in the first column is there. That's a 6, 8 pair with a 9 beside them. This is even now. Oh no, that's become a 6. Yes, these are 2 and 8 in some order. That's become a 3 since we got the 1. 2 and 3 there. 4, 8 and 6 in the column. Ah, that's not doing anything. 2 in this box is in one of those 2. So that's placing 2 there. Then we can do 8 and 7. That makes this a 2. That makes this a 6, 8 pair. So we get a 4 here. Okay, up this column, yes, we can do 8 and 4. Now that's a 2, 5 pair that we can write in. This is a 6, 8 pair that we can't, but that gets us a 7 here, which fixes 9. And that does the other odd digits in row 8. 6, 8 pair there makes that a 4. Now, looking along the top. No, not the right thing to do again. This can't be 4 or 8, and it's even. Oh, goodness, where am I meant to be looking at? That's a 1, 6 pair. Ah, this row, I've got a 6, 8 pair, so that's a 4. That gives us 4 here. Now, bottom and top are a 6, 8. That gives us a pair at the top. So a 5, 9 pair there. 2 in one of those cells, but I don't know which one. 6, 8 pair here, so that's a 2. Ah. Then we've got a 5 here, a 9, 3 pair. Now it's all unfolding. Now we're going to get through 1 and 6 there. That becomes an 8. 6, 8, 6, 8, 6. And they're all unwound all of a sudden. Similarly, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6. Who knew I had so many 6s and 8s to do? 8, 2, 9 and 5. And there we go. 4 minutes 33 seconds. So even though, was that the slowest of them? No, 4 minutes 48. So Sam's 2 puzzles for once, the 2 slowest for me, but I think both still comfortably within the 2 hat time. I dare hazard, and I'm happy with that. That was a quick run through, so nothing too hard for a Friday night for you, but As always, thank you very much for watching. Definitely hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. We'll be back with something a little bit harder tomorrow, I'm sure. As it is, bye for now.